Okay, so this is the follow-up to that previous video. It's going to cover a little bit of make. I'm going to work over in class code, so you'll notice here we're at our class code repository, so you all can pull this down at your convenience. And here's lab 3, and here's the code that we had the other day from the last video, which is the solution to lab 3 all in one file. You'll also notice that I've got a.out here on my local copy, but I don't have it here on Git. The only things that you should put up on GitHub are the CPP files, the README files, stuff like that, not .o files, not executable files, not things that are built by the compiler. So only the CPPs and stuff of that nature. So we're going to convert this into multiple files and a Makefile. So let's start by let's start with just a Makefile. So let's do Emacs Makefile and put that in the background. And to start with, I know that the form is going to be target, and then what the target is based on. And so right now, to get to my main routine, I'll call it main instead of a.out, it's going to be GCC, or G++, of main.o, and I can even do my std equals C++14 if I want. The labs, it might be 11. Well, we'll see how it goes. And that's my basic Makefile. And so if I just type make, notice that it builds main. I forgot my option for -o main. Let's call my executable main. And now I can run main and I get, you know, all my goodies here. And let's even get rid of, well, that's fine for now. So let's actually make another target called clean. And for clean, we're going to remove main.o. Let's remove star tilde, just to clean up. Let's get rid of the backup. Actually, I won't do that. I'll just get rid of main.o. So now I can make clean, and you'll see it's gotten rid of that O file. I'll get rid of the backup later, and I'll get rid of a.out. So now I can make my main routine, and I can also clean up to get rid of extra files in my directory. So let's now convert this file, the actual executable. Now I wouldn't really do it in this way. To be honest with you, what I would actually do is I'd build it up from scratch, and maybe I'll do a little demo of this for the solution for the next lab. But what I'm going to do here is let's comment out all of these, not comment out, let's copy all these routines except for main. And we'll call it shapes.cpp, a new file, and we'll paste them in. And we're going to need these same includes. So now we've got our includes for the input output, standard lib for the absolute value that we're using in the circle, using of these two, and then these routines. And that will be that. And what we're also going to do is we're going to need an H file, because now main has no idea that these are here. Notice that there are all these errors, because, you know, if we just type make now, if we save the code and then type make, it gives me all these errors that says, hey, it hasn't been declared, we don't got these guys. So that's where the H file comes in. So we've got, you know, the basic anatomy of this is the, you know, the .cpp files has the functions, where the .h file has the headers. So generally in your main, or the file that uses the other functions, will include the .h file. And then the linker will link it all together. So let's make our .h file. So we're going to need, let's go shapes.h, and we're going to need line. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Triangle 1, triangle 2, rectangle, trapezoid, circle. I want to fix these. And these are our declarations. And I'd really want to comment this up a little bit, say what each of these do. But for now, this is going to be a quick video. And over here in shapes, we're just going to say, let's also include shapes.h. Now, we don't strictly need this, but this will give us little warnings and errors if things don't line up right. Let's go back to our Makefile. And now we can say that, well, main is going to be that guy, but shape.o is going to be based on shape.cpp, and that's going to be compile just from CPP to O, so that's what the -c does. And I think I called it shapes with a plural, and that's that. So now if I type in, well, make isn't going to still give me the errors because I haven't linked it all together, but I've typed make shapes.o. The target is shape.cpp. It should be shapes.cpp. And there we go. That compiled shapes.cpp, or I think it did, to shapes.o. There it did, so that's good. Let's do the clean to shapes to also get rid of shapes.o. So that's a little bit better. And now we're almost done. All we have to do now is go back to main and say, hey, look, we also want shapes. We want those prototypes for it here. So now if I actually compile this, you'll notice that it doesn't give me the same error. When I didn't have this line, it gave me the error saying, hey, it's not declared. Now we've got the declarations, we've got the prototypes, but it doesn't, when it puts it together to link it, it doesn't actually find the routines. So finally, whoops, back into the Makefile, we have to say main.o, the main executable rather, is based on main.o and also shapes.o. And that's our Makefile. And it all works. So let's get rid of all the backup files. Let's get rid of clean. And that's basically it. And whether I change main, you know, if I change the main routine, well, let's change the triangle routine. Let's change the circle routine. So at the circle, it's going to see out. Hoopla. So now we can just make. And we get all the hooplas there. I mean, we don't really want that, but just to show you. And get rid of that. Make, and that's good. Or if we go to main, and I'll just, it doesn't matter. And that'll rebuild everything. But if it's all up to date, it's all up to date. And it makes things really nice and easy. Now, there are other things we can do with this. I'll cover them in class or in videos if you guys like it in this form. But this is basically it. So now I'm just going to git add the Makefile. I'm going to git add shapes.h and shapes.cpp. Now, if I do a git status, notice that these are all added. I don't want to add main. I don't want to have the executable. I do want to commit main.cpp. That's changed. Let's push everything up. And there you have it, Makefile example with the shapes. I'll probably do another Makefile video, which will just be building the Makefile from scratch, since that's what we'll be doing. But hope this is helpful. Please let me know. Otherwise, it's really not a good use of my time to make these videos, but if it is helpful, I'll keep doing it. All right, so that's it. Enjoy.